What's up everybody and welcome to my Game Week 7 review of FPL, where I take you through my team, kind of points I got, how the week went generally, what my new rank is, and kind of looking ahead, what kind of fixtures I'm looking at. I've still got my wild card in my back pocket. Am I going to use that? We'll go through all that. It's fair to say that this week was a bit better than the last week. I finally had a good rank increase, so let's just jump straight into it, and I'll let you know exactly what I got this week. So this is my team for this week. Game Week 7 score was 67 points. Pretty happy with that, although 42 of those points came from DAVIES, defender obviously for Spurs, and Kane as well, captain. So 42, and then only to get another kind of 25 from the rest of the team is not great, if I'm honest. But it got me a rank increase from about 826,000 I was to 448,000, so really happy with that. So just to go through the team one by one, kind of give you an idea of whether I'm thinking of keeping them or not. Foster, I'm going to keep just because I don't want to spend a transfer on the goalkeeper. That's something that I will fix on the wild card. When I finally play it, I'll then change my goalkeeper there. So Foster doesn't have great fixtures coming up for West Brom, but he's going to stay for now. And I can play Elliott if I need to. Newcastle have looked fairly good defensively. 1 point, not great. Obviously, they conceded twice. So yeah, it's just not looking good for them right now in terms of clean sheets. So I'm not happy with Foster, but I'm not going to change him to a wild card. Then Phil Jones I kept in the end. Basically, I was thinking of getting rid of him for Cresswell, but then I kept thinking about it more and more and just thought, if he's at the hotel, why would they have him there if he's not in the matchday squad? There's not really any reason for that. And there was quite a few rumours going around that meant that he was probably going to play or at least be in the squad. And I thought if he's fit enough to be in the squad, then he's going to play. Because he's been really good for us this year. So I kept him. He did start. In the end, after all that palaver, Bailly actually didn't start instead. I know most people don't have him. But yeah, I was really happy with Jones. Clean sheet against Crystal Palace side. And what do we expect? Crystal Palace are awful. So yeah, happy days there. And then Davis, 16 points is insane. Goal, assist, and clean sheet. Really good. Only 1 bonus point. I won't complain too much about that because the 3 went to Kane. But I just think he's 5.8 million now. Even though the fixtures are starting to get a little bit tougher for Spurs, I don't think they're too bad. They've got 3 home games coming up now. Obviously, those games are at Wembley. We'll see how they do. Will they continue to struggle? We don't know. But I see clean sheets for Spurs. I think Davies is attacking. There's still nothing on Rose. He's not even returned to training yet. So how long is it going to be till he's back? I don't know. But for me, Davis is the best value defender in the game right now. I took a hit to get him in. Obviously, it didn't work out for the first 2 weeks, but he's finally repaid the faith now, and he's done it in style. That's his 3rd double-figure haul of the season. For me, people looking at Alonso earlier in the season, this is the man to get. I think for that money saving, he's a better option than Alonso. And that's not to say Alonso won't start scoring. Chelsea's fixtures are about to turn, of course. But I think for the money saved, you've got to look at Davis in your team. If you're on wildcard, he has to be in there. 5.8 million. There's really not many reasons not to. Unless Rose suddenly makes a miraculous recovery. And even then, will he jump straight into the team? He might just be used for a rotation at the start. So, great player for me, 16 points. Norton, 2 points. This one's really the most disappointing because it was 0-0 up until the last minute of the game against West Ham. He was on 9 points because he was getting the three bonus points at the time. Then West Ham went and scored right at the end. Sacco, really annoying. Lost 7 points there. Obviously, that would have brought me above 70, which would have been really nice. But it's just the way it goes sometimes. Would have been nice. But I think Swansea still have some good fixtures coming out. Next one's at home. Really nice fixture. So I'm keeping him for now. I think having Fabianski or having Fernandes is probably the better option in that back line. But obviously, I've made my bed now. He's in there. I'm not going to swap him. Maybe on a wild card I would. But yeah, nice fixtures coming out. Not too worried about them. I'm going to work right to left in midfield because I want to talk about Mkhitaryan for a bit. Atsu blanked again. I saw a bit of the Liverpool game. He looked okay. He's 5 million. He's not the greatest player in the world. I'm not fully expecting an end product every week. I've said that quite a few times already. That's now 2 blanks in a row. I'd expect some attacking returns from him in the next 1 to 2 game weeks. He's got some nice fixtures to do it in. I think 3 in the next 4 are pretty good. After that, it gets tricky for Newcastle. And if I'm on a wild card, I might look to offload him. For now, I'm going to keep him. But yeah, I would expect some points in the next 1 to 2 weeks. If I don't get that, then I'll start to be a bit more worried about him. We've got players like Fellaini at 4.9 million who's just scored 2 goals, got 16 points. But again, Man United's fixtures get a bit more trickier now. So I'm keeping Atsu for now, but yes, I'm keeping an eye on him as always. Ericsson didn't get any points. Kind of, not unfortunately, because obviously I did well out of it, but Spurs scored 3 goals really quickly. 25 minutes, it just killed the game. At that point, they'd won it. Huddersfield were never going to get back into it, and Spurs took their foot off the gas. I missed the first half, but I saw the second. they really didn't get going. They weren't that bothered about scoring. And to be fair, they played Champions League in the week. Why not have a bit of a breather? So he didn't get any points, but he's kind of been very consistent so far this season. He's been getting points blank, points blank, points blank. So hopefully it'll be points next week. He's got the fixtures to get him. I'm not getting rid of him just yet. I know he's on the higher end of midfielders, price-wise, but he has been returning. He's the highest scoring midfielder in the game right now. So obviously, what's gone doesn't matter now if you're thinking of bringing him in or getting rid of him. What's going to happen is where you need to look at. But I still think you can do the business for that money, so I'm not looking to get rid. Salah only 2 points. Liverpool only scored 1 goal against Newcastle. Now, they do have Man United at home and then Spurs away, I think it is. Man United and Spurs are the next 2 games either way. Can't remember which way around it is, home and away. So that's going to be tough to get points in, but he keeps getting chances. His finishing, granted, is not the best, but if he keeps getting those chances, he's going to put them away. So Coutinho's doing well for less money. If you're on a wild card, I could see why you'd be tempted to switch, and maybe it's even the better option. Coutinho's on free kicks. He's always involved in the game. But for me, I really like Salah. I'm not really in a rush to get rid of him. I'm hoping that he can get something from the next 2 games, and then when the fixtures get a bit better again, hopefully he can get back into the points properly. But I still think he looks good. He's getting plenty of chances. He just needs to start sticking them away, and he'll do the business for us. And then it's got Mkhitaryan. Now, people are getting a bit worried about Mkhitaryan. He's blanked twice in a row now. Game before that was the one where he got the goal. I can see why. Man United's fixtures are about to toughen up. Pogba's not in the team. Mkhitaryan on the eye test doesn't really pass it. He's kind of... I don't want to say he's lazy. He's not like... A lot of people say like Ozil is lazy. I wouldn't say Mkhitaryan is lazy. Like, he tracks back. He's always trying to get on the ball, but he's just not got that drive to get into the box, or he likes to stay around and make the final pass. Now, that's great when it involves an assist, but a lot of the times he's just passing to someone else to then go and make the assist. And he's not getting in the box, so he's not going to score that many goals. I got him for 8 million. I still think that's a really good price, so I'm a bit worried about getting rid of him. Liverpool is not the worst fixture. They don't have the best defence, so maybe I could keep him for that. But when you've got Salah, Sterling, and David Silva doing really well, David Silva's only 1 point behind Eriksen for a lot less money. Also, Man City got really good fixtures, so I can see why people are doing the swap. So I'm not going to commit to anything now, but I'm looking at maybe getting rid of Mkhitaryan, either for a City midfielder or to downgrade him to afford a Firmino upgrade, which I'll come on to in a sec. So right now, I'm got cold feet about Mkhitaryan, I'd say, and I can see why people are looking to get rid of him. Jesus, 5 points. Not the greatest. It was against Chelsea, so I wasn't really expecting much, to be fair. That was an assist for the De Bruyne goal. That means he was only 1 point behind Lukaku for this game week, so I'm happy with that. Lukaku luckily didn't punish me this game week. He has punished me since I took him out. I've probably lost about 15 to 20 points, which is gutting, but Jesus has helped out a little bit this week. So with the fixtures they got coming up, with Aguero now with a broken rib, I've got to keep him. He looks good to go for the next few weeks. He's going to be the focal point of the tip of that attack. Obviously, Man City looking good for goals, and they can come from anywhere, but I'm just hoping that Jesus now will get more minutes with Aguero out, and therefore more points. He hasn't, to be fair to him, apart from the first 2 games of the season and the game that he missed, he hasn't blanked when he's actually started for a while. So I'm hopeful he can start getting double-figure returns, and I might even captain him this week in Gameweek 8. Firmino, he has to go. 3 weeks hasn't done much for me. Now Coutinho's back, he's going to take more of the points as well. He hasn't started this game week. Klopp played Sturridge instead. Now, going forward, I'd expect Firmino to start most games, to be fair. But with Man United and Spurs up next, I just wonder when the next lot of points are coming. There's something to be said for remaining patient, but I think I've been patient enough with him. He just hasn't returned. I took a gamble that Lukaku and a cheap forward was not as good as Jesus and Firmino. Looks like I was wrong there. So I'm going to look at getting rid of Firmino. I've got a couple of options. I could get Vardy in a straight swap. I could downgrade to a cheap player and upgrade my defence, maybe play 4-4-2, something like that. Or I could look to do Mkhitaryan to someone like Richarlison, which would give me enough money to do Firmino to Morata. So Morata got injured, went off with what looked like a hamstring injury, but he said he's hopeful to play for Spain during the break, so it looks like it's not too bad, but we'll have to wait and see on news for that. But yeah, Morata is an option with Chelsea's fixture swing. I just need to make the money to go Firmino to Morata, but I am really looking to get rid of Morata. He's a bit like Gabbiadini, and this is the problem with that third striker spot. I cannot settle on it. But last time I really wanted to get rid of Gabbiadini is when I made the choice to get rid of Lukaku, so I'm still wondering if it's the best idea. Maybe I just give him a little bit more time, but we'll see. He's probably going to go for me. And then Kane captain, what can I say? His away record is ridiculous in the league, club and country, doing really well. He scored like 21 goals in the last 10 games away from home. The only annoying thing is 3 of his next 4 are all at home. So 13 points, 2 goals, 3 bonus points. Cannot argue with that. He looks really good. In some ways, losing Lukaku has meant, obviously I've lost a few points just straight up, but from captain-wise, because Kane has beaten him the last 2 weeks, I've actually done alright on that. So yeah, it's not, the points I've lost isn't so bad, but that's just trying to justify losing Lukaku, which I won't do any longer because it was a mistake. So yeah, Harry Kane, he's decent, alright? We need him in our teams. I'm not looking to get rid of him at all. Tougher fixtures coming up, but I think he can score against anyone. I go as far as saying he's fixture-proof. He's on penalties. He's always going to start. Janssen is obviously... sorry, not Janssen. I keep getting them mixed up. Llorente is a bit of an issue. Well, sorry, no, I don't think he is an issue, apart from for minutes. So maybe Kane gets to 70, 75, 80 minutes, and then Llorente will come on. I don't think Kane's going to start on the bench anytime soon, so we're good there. And I don't usually do this, but let's quickly go through the bench. So Elliott... okay, hasn't done the business now, but I think fixtures coming up. Newcastle defensively looks okay. 4 million, definitely keeping. Tom Carroll is awful. Not getting any points. No attacking returns. Not getting clean sheet points. On a wild card, he will go. Until then, I'm just going to keep him, but he needs to go. Loftus-Cheek, Fellaini, someone like that in his place, I think. We'll have to keep an eye on Loftus-Cheek because I did see he might have an injury, but hopefully that'll be clear over the next 2 weeks. Sutton has dropped in price, got dropped from the team. He needs to go. Again, I can probably get away with not doing that this week. I can just play Jones, Davis and Norton again. On wildcard, he seriously has to go. Oh, excuse me there. Sorry, I'm recording this all in one go, so the voice has gone a bit. And then Long looks close to a price drop. Obviously, I'm not playing him at all, but that is going to hurt when I come to sell him on wildcard. So I'm not looking to wildcard just yet, but it's probably closer than I originally thought it should be. We'll see. We'll see how it goes over this international break. I've got two transfers to fix things, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm going to leave the video there. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. That'll let you know when my next lot of videos are going live, and also when I'm streaming. So I stream usually twice a week in a normal game week. I've streamed Sunday night this week, and I'll stream again just before game week 8. And I basically take your questions live and answer them live on stream and go from there. International break now, so the videos will be a bit more sporadic, but I might do some random ones here and there, so keep an eye out for that. Probably going to do a 5k thank you, Q&A type thing. I don't know what people want. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below also how you did this week, how you think my team is, and what changes you think I should make. Do I have to get rid of Firmino? What about Sutton and Long? Is it time for me to wildcard this team? Let me know below what you think. Otherwise, I'll leave it there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching all, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.